Hey everybody, I'm John Beilfuss, the executive chef of Lula's Louisiana Cookhouse here in Owasso, Michigan, currently shuttered due to the pandemic. So I've got another video of some great food for you today. Jerk pork. We're going to make it in the oven. I've been making this recipe for maybe 20 years. It's one of our family's favorites. And let's get started. You're going to need about a 7 or 8 pound pork butt. And I'm going to show you how to work with that in a few minutes. But in addition to that, you're going to need 3/4 of a cup of green onion, 5 habanero peppers. Don't seed them, just take the tops off. You could also use 7 or 8 jalapeno. Same thing, just take the tops off, but don't seed them. Our spice mix is 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of ground thyme, 1 1/2 teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of mace, 2 teaspoons of fresh minced ginger, and 1/4 cup soy sauce. We're going to take the habaneros, the green onions, the ginger, and the spice mix. We're going to put them all in a blender or a food processor and process them into a paste. Hey guys, real quick, I gotta apologize for the quality of some of the earlier videos. I have a very good Nikon camera. Apparently it's a very good Nikon camera that can't be a very good video camera. So we're switching the equipment today, and I hope you see the improvement. And on our pork butt, we're gonna make some deep crisscross marks in it on both sides, scoring it deeply. Now we're going to take the paste that we made and we're going to rub it all over. We're going to deepen all of these cracks that you've made on both sides. Strongly suggest wearing gloves for this. If you touch your eyes later, this is some really strong stuff. If you touch your eyes, or God forbid something worse, you're going to be in pain. We're going to pour our 1/4 cup of soy sauce all over. And we're going to cover this and put it in the refrigerator and let it marinate overnight. Well, here's our pork after marinating overnight. I'm going to cover it with foil and put it in a 300-degree oven for about 3.5 hours. Then we'll take the foil off, let it cook about another ½ hour just to give it a little brown. I've covered it with foil. We're going to put it into the oven now at about 300 degrees. And we're going to cook it until the pork itself registers 195 degrees in the center. So at the end of this video, you're going to see 3 different recipes. First of all, there'll be the recipe that I've just given you, and then there'll be a recipe for how to do this outside in your smoker. That you want to get some pimento chips or allspice wood if you can. It's online, I've bought it. If not, use hickory or oak, it'll be okay, but it won't be quite as authentic. Also, there'll be a recipe for moros y cristianos, which is rice and peas, rice and beans, rice and black beans in this case. On the outside smoking recipe, it does require a 6-pack of Red Stripe beer. So this has been 3.5 hours. I'm going to take the tin foil off and see where we're at. I want that internal temperature to be right around over 190 and maybe 195. Let's see where we're at here. I am there. So this social distancing is really rough. I really miss people giving me advice that I hadn't asked for and commenting on everything. And this is what it looks like when we pulled out of the oven. That was about 20 more minutes just to crisp it up a little bit. Now, if you've got guests coming, you can make this and pull it right out at the right time. You can make this ahead earlier in the day. It'll hold in a 200-degree oven for hours and be just perfect. So this new equipment I'm using is my iPhone. Yesterday, when I was the first half of the video, because we had to marinate it overnight, it called 911 like 3 times. And the first time I said, oh, I'm really sorry. I don't know what my iPhone is doing. It's calling. It's okay. Second time, I said, I don't know. No, are you fine? And are you okay? I'm absolutely fine. I have no idea why my iPhone keeps calling 911. Third time she says, John, I'm sending the boys over if you do this one more time. So I chopped this up just like you would chop up pulled pork, and I put the juices that are in the bottom of the pan back into it. One great way to serve this is on buttered and grilled hamburger buns. It's awesome. Tonight I'm just serving it as jerk pork. And there's a beautiful plate of jerk pork and moros y cristianos. You know, I realized if I was going to have an imaginary friend, he could at least be, or she, I think she, could be an imaginary bartender. So as long as I got you, imaginary bartender, if I can be honest with you, I really don't miss the unsolicited in-person advice. Don't tell me.